na 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 na. I'm just stalling and singing a song, waiting for this thing to go live. Ba na 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 na. We're live.
Ladies and gentlemen, CocoSports.com proudly presents Wrestle AM. It's half wrestling show, half morning show, pretty much all BS. And of course, you got the Coco crew here holding it down live. Yours truly, sexiest man on all of Internet Wrestling Radio. Boom Boom here, shaking the room live from the RVA Richmond, Virginia. And of course, join me there way across the pond in Tokyo, Japan, the man full of Reese's peanut butter cups right now, Dave Coco. What's up, brother?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. Just happy to be here. We haven't done a review right after the show in ages. Do we still know how to do this? Golden Star is in the chat chanting the elite. All right, Booms. As always, we ask win, loss, or tie. What did you think of the show?
I'm gonna
Go ahead, Booms. You
I'm
go
gonna
first,
give it a
sir.
win. Yeah, I'm giving it a win. I think it was a pretty good show. Coco, a couple of weeks ago they had a bit of a downer. We weren't able to get any resolution, last week because it was Christmas. Well, we realized we said, hey, AEW, the Elite, they need to punch everybody in the mouth. And you know what? I think we're all missing some teeth, man, because I think they delivered.
I think they delivered. I'm gonna go with weak win. I'm still giving them a win. They First off, they went into the new year a bag of shit on fire. They came out. There was no masked guys. There's a lot of reports that they knew it was a bag of shit, so they wanted to come back. They had to make the the elite strong. Overall, I give it a weak win because they are skirting a fine line into becoming Dixie Carter's TNA. It is a fine line. I'm giving them a weak win, but I'm throwing up the red flag. I am scared beyond belief because I went into this a little cranky. Boom Boom. Are you surprised, Dave Coco?
You
Cranky?
cranky
I went
about
into
no, never.
I went in a little cranky, and this was my attitude. I'm like, if they fuck this up, I'm chanting TNA and running back into New Japan's arms. I'm just doing it. But overall, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good show, but I'm not as confident as I used to be. Pancake says Dave is never cranky. Never. Never. All right, we're going to break this down little by little. For those on Twitch, we will be streaming playoff hockey afterwards. Coco Sports is becoming like a legit sports channel now, Booms. By legit, us talking about AEW and me playing NHL. I mean, that's as legit as ESPN. All right, Boom. So we
Yeah,
both give it a win.
pretty close.
We both give it a win,
Yeah,
Booms. Let's break it
I'm
down.
still gonna give it a win. I mean, yeah, was it perfect? No, there wasn't, but I just saw so much potential, so many things, and I also saw things addressed. I saw just little details touched upon, a better flow, better be just the whole show. Everything was just so well put together. I think a couple of weeks ago having that shitty show and then having like an extra week for them to stew on it was probably the best thing that could have happened because I mean that was just a very sobering effect for them because if you look at it now, I mean it's just they addressed a lot of the problems. They started working towards the right direction. Now they could blow it all again next week, of course, but tonight I think they did well. I loved it. They started out with a little video package. It was like the Elite. It was the Bucks, Omega, and Cody talking about how they may be the Elite, but they're not been looking so elite so far here in AEW. It's like, do we want it? Do we still have it? Can we do this? And I was like, okay, I like this. One of the things we complained about, Coco, was the booking of the Elite going, we do appreciate the fact that they're trying to get other people over and that they're trying to they're trying to build up the, other members of the roster. So when they beat them, it looks good, but it's making them look like garbage in the, you know, as a side effect of that. And so I love this video package. I think it really set like a serious, somber tone. Then we go to commentary with Jim Ross, Excalibur, and Taz filling in for Tony Schiavone. I believe Tony Schiavone is calling the Sugar Bowl actually right now. George is playing Baylor in the Sugar Bowl. By the way, at halftime, George is up 19-0.
Go
So
Bulldogs.
Taz came in, and This is so much better. It was better than Alex Marvez. It was better than Golden Boy. I think Taz was a really good substitute commentator.
Yeah, but
So
that I just listen. I don't want to see WWE guys repackaged. I I don't know. I just think there's way too many WWE guys. Kenny Omega should be fucking undefeated. Like what? I don't know. And I love Taz in
dude, we got come
ECW.
on, stay on topic, man. We got to stay
I
on the
I
show. We've already talked about this.
I know, but like I'm adding Taz. I thought Taz was too much. I'd rather
Hmm.
have him not there. It's
I
just
disagree.
the
I think he did. I think he did wonderfully. I mean, he didn't step on anybody. He was there. He was a pleasant addition. He was added to the commentary. He didn't get in the way. He didn't, just kind of just sit on his hands. No, he was. He piped. He chimed in when he needed to. He didn't step on the other two. I think, very much seasoned commentator. So I disagree. I think it was just, a very welcome addition. If Shivani can't be there, I think Taz should definitely be like their go-to guy if they ever need like a backup.
I guess I'm just I don't know. I want to see an alternative that's an alternative. So I think we'll disagree on that. I mean, I don't think he did a bad job. I
Hmm.
just think we watched SmackDown before. I get it. All right,
Hmm.
let's break it down match by match. Every other few matches, we'll go to the live comments.
Okay. First we got a little package about Cody versus Darby Allin. Of course, this is a callback to Fyter Fest. Darby Allin with a 20-minute time limit with Cody. Cody was down in the dumps, especially against the Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny. And Darby Allin, said, I'll tag with you, but if we beat them, I get my rematch." Well, they won 2 weeks ago, so this is his rematch. These two really hit it off. Darby Allin coming out with a nice entrance. Cody now being joined by Arn Anderson. He's now like in a managerial slash coaching role with him, similar to what Tully Blanchard is for Sean Spears. So I didn't know how well it was going to work. I didn't hate it. The jury, for me, the jury's still out on it. These two worked a nice back and forth match. I love just Darby Allin's got some really good balance, and I love the fact that he was going for the submission holds early. He managed to battle out of the figure four by reversing it. He got like a variation of the Fujiwara armbar, and then reached over and grabbed the other arm. Had Cody tied up in knots. I love that coffin drop, but ultimately Cody cut off Allen with the Cody cutter, but uh, he dodged the coffin drop with his knees cradled Allen, got the win. This was a hell of a way to open up the show. So I'm thinking within the first, 20 minutes of the show, I mean, we've already started to address problems. We started to address, the elite, this, let's set the tone. And then, we have like this serious match that almost goes the time limit again. It was 17 minutes, about 25 seconds roughly. I think it was a great way to start the show. Allen's a star. Allen's a made man. I don't think he lost anything by losing here, stock wise. Um, Cody getting back on the winning track. So overall, I really enjoyed this opening segment. This is how you open up a show.
Gotcha. To me, I enjoyed this a lot. I love Arn Anderson. I am a big fan of managers. Either classic wrestlers or guys that can talk without that. I'm hoping the day of managers come. I just think it's a great job for classic wrestlers like Arn Anderson because Cody can obviously do the mic, but it also helps people like Brock Lesnar. So to me, I'm a big fan of managers because one of the biggest things in pro wrestling is hiding their weaknesses. And not only that, but it also, you get to see a legend. You get to see a star out there. Um, I love the fact that Arn Anderson was acting like a coach. Like he had the paper and everything, like he was going to steal the plays. So I was that. Darby Allin, I think out of everyone in AEW, I think he's made the biggest splash of becoming a star.
Mm-hmm.
He's just did it really good. And a lot of people don't like Cody, but I do. Like I see people shit on Cody a lot. I'm a big fan of Cody. But overall, I thought it was a great opening, and I was glad to see Arn Anderson out there.
Hmm. I think one of the criticisms with Cody is the only thing I can really compare it to is like criticisms of Shane Douglas way back in the ECW days that he was a much better talker than he was a wrestler. I mean, he could talk you into the building, but once you got in there, it's like his ring work really didn't hold up all that well. I kind of disagree with that with Cody. Um, I think he's really good at playing a babyface. What I like about his babyface character is, he's a guy that needs to be cheered. He works to be cheered, and people do cheer him because they love him. He doesn't come off as an idiot, and I do think his ring work is actually quite good.
Yeah, I enjoy him, and I think both Rhodes brothers are amazing wrestlers, storytellers, and all that.
Hmm.
So
Now, you want to check comments real quick before we go to the next match?
yeah,
You know, I
we
want to
could
make
do
sure we
that.
stay on top of everything.
I'm just gonna read real quick right down the list. By the way, Dave, in Jacksonville, still the worst town you've ever been in, without a doubt. It is a shithole. And when MJF went, oh, you can't fucking speak or you don't even know the words, they don't. If you've been to Jacksonville, Florida, they don't speak any fucking language. It's just noise. Like, I just remember I was with a bunch of Japanese friends, and they're like, what are they saying? I'm like, I have no fucking idea. Like, I was like, what did you say? So it was insane. Pancake says Dave is never cranky. Never. I don't know where that came from. The Fight Nerd, I think it's way too early to start calling it TNA level. I know, but Dixie Carter has scarred the world of professional wrestling so bad as soon as stuff goes wrong. Man, she scarred the company. She scarred alternatives. I don't know. I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm like, Dixie Carter, why? But yeah, they're basically 12 shows into it. Yeah, but are they? Are they? No. I mean, I know mathematically speaking, scientifically speaking, they're 12 shows into it, but they had pay-per-views. They had their own YouTube show. You know what I mean? They should know what the fuck is going on. And they fucked themselves up. There's no way Kenny Omega should not be undefeated. I hope that's what 2020 happens. It mostly feels like watching a Mid-South show from the 80s. Maybe. They're going to show some respect. I like that fact that they're going to show respect to the territory next week. Pancake said, except when he yelled at me for no reason. Pancake. I love you, Pancake. Let's see. There's a pro wrestling podcast, not football. Well, it's Wrestle AM. It's half morning show, half wrestling show,
Well,
all bullshit.
I was explaining why Tony Schiavone wasn't
It
there,
doesn't
and
matter. Pancake's
that's
going
all I
to be
was
angry.
doing.
Don't even bother explaining.
Hey,
Well,
we've
welcome to
already got one
Twitch.
person who has to be a prick on this podcast. We don't have room for two, sir.
Oh wait, no Raptor Man. Shut up, Larry. Yeah, our bird has gone a little crazy. We have a bird named Larry. Paul Heyman guy's now hosting ECW. The Fight Nerd. I heard a lot of IWC folks complain about Cody and how he still wrestles like Stardust, but that is how Cody wrestles, so it's an invalid argument. Yeah, I mean, that's just a dumb thing. I don't know. I don't understand why Cody Rhodes is getting hate. I mean, you don't have to praise him and love him, but I don't know. To me, I'm like, why? I'm confused. Dave waking up in the middle of the night yelling Dixie Carter must be great for Bear Friend. Does he have wood too when he says her name? No. Dixie Carter has hurt what I love. I mean, I think Dixie Carter, I don't know. I don't want to say anything bad about her, but yeah. Dixie Carter should never be in charge of a wrestling company again. Yeah, definitely. It's 10:42 at fucking night. All right, yeah. Pancake's
But
always
not
angry.
where you're at.
We
Coco.
got it. Yeah, not where I'm at, but still, yeah. What up, man? King Darkwing Duck in the chat. Appreciate it, King Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
Like I said, people only hate Cody because God forbid Cody had the balls to walk away from WWE and wants to do better than he's allowed. Yeah, to me, I don't know. People that walk away from WWE are awesome, but at the same time, we shouldn't be handing them everything. It's not AM. Fuck Japan. All right, Pancake. Pancake's always angry. Boom, boom. You think I'm angry? Wait to get a load of Pancake. All right, so
boy.
there you
He
go.
must be a hit at parties.
What's that?
I
Yeah.
said he must be a real hit at parties.
All right. You ready? Boom, boom. Let's break match
Ready.
number 2. Let's go.
Next, we had a four-way match for the AEW Women's Championship. You had the champion Riho defending against Nyla Rose, Dr. Britt Baker, and Hikaru Shida. This one was a wild match. I didn't know what was going to happen with this. Now, typically, when you do like these multi-person matches, what happens is usually you have kind of people just pair off. Like you'll have two go in the ring. They'll work like a little, uh, I guess, a little series for about a couple of minutes. Then they'll get thrown to the outside. Then the other two will come in. They'll work a little series for a couple of minutes. Then they'll get thrown to the outside. Then various, it'll be about two to three people in the ring, one person out. No, they had at some points all four women in the ring at the same time. They had Nyla Rose just look like a fucking beast. They had her put Riho through a table, manhandled Hikaru Shida and Riho at the same time. Britt Baker, they're making they're trying to make the lockjaw look like the most just horrific submission hold you could ever be put in, just because everybody's just scared of it. There were just when you think somebody was going to get pinned, somebody came in and made the save. Now it did get a little awkward at times, I will say that, but all in all, it looked quite well. There was some awkward transition, I think, with Sheeta and Riho, but overall looked fine. But Riho cradled Britt Baker, bridged over, got the 1, 2, 3. So that was, I think that went just to like 10 minutes. Now she's going to have to defend her championship next week against Chris Statlander, I believe Statlander was supposed to be in action this week, but she wasn't able to make it. She had another booking, so they decided to book this four-way, and I'm glad they did. And they've set up another story for a little bit later on in the show, which we'll get to shortly. After the match, Nyla Rose attacks Riho, puts her on a table, and hits a splash off the top rope, put her right through it. So again, I don't think anybody looked bad in this match. Nyla Rose, well, for one, Riho keeps the championship. And I gotta say, Coco, she's really grown on me. I didn't know who she was going into AEW. I know she works with Stardom, and I know she's a champion with them, or at least has been a champion with them. And that's where she was a few weeks ago. And again, I'm foreshadowing to some things here. But she's really grown on me. Nyla Rose is just an absolute, just fucking hoss, just a beast. They're going to basically give her the Awesome Kong treatment. Britt Baker is somebody. I like that she showed a little bit more spunk, and we're going to see that a little bit later. And Hikaru Shida, great woman to watch. I think I like her striking. I like it when she's throwing knee strikes and stuff like that. I think that's her strong point. I want to see her do more of that. She was right where she needed to be when she needed to be there. Uh, Ultimately, I think a great performance by all four women. Coco, what say you?
I'm going to give you the second Lee Corso of the decade. Not so fast, my fellow friends. I've been a huge fan of Stardom. I don't know why. Maybe I've become a sexism. I don't know why. I didn't give a fuck about this match at all. Not one bit. And to me, I just hope they get it together. Britt Baker's a dentist. Got it. Riho, I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it, and I feel bad that I wasn't feeling it. She's going to go against an alien. I don't know. They have all the talent in the world, and I did not enjoy it at all, I guess is the best
Well,
way to say it.
okay. One of the complaints a couple of weeks ago was that AEW's women's division was a mess. It needed direction. It needed to, establish stars. It needed to have, go somewhere. There should really, really be two stories. There should be the champion trying to defend her championship, and the other story should be people trying to get to become the number one champion. Excuse me, to win the championship. But I think it did everything here. It made the championship look important. It highlighted four stars. It made the championship seem important, and trying to get that. Jesus Christ, Dave, get a fucking cough drop. Stop
Yeah, sorry.
dying.
I'm trying to mute my mic, but it doesn't seem to be working.
Mm-mm.
So apologize. I know Pancake's upset, but he's always upset. Yeah, I don't know why, dude. I've just been having really bad asthma. So I'm trying to mute the mic, but it seems like you could still hear it. So
Oh,
yeah,
I can hear it.
I'm not sick. I just think I have really bad asthma. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know if it's like I moved into a new neighborhood. So yeah, I want to apologize fucking for dying. Yeah, I don't know. We'll go to some live things. I just want to read a tweet that Golden Star sent. I really hope Riho and uh, Shida can concentrate with everyone cheering and chanting for them. Let me go see live. Dude, fucking, I'm. I don't know.
Now, I can understand that with Riho because Riho does work for Stardom now. Hikaru Shida, she's moved over to the United States. She's living here full time. This is what she's doing.
Dave was and then Golden Star first one. Dave, the crowd was the crowd too loud for Riho and Shiada. It's just I can't believe they sent that out and still think it's a good idea. I think Okada is getting an AEW title shot over Tanahashi. That's from King Darkwing Duck. I just hope that the bridge is there. Whatever the situation is, I just hope the bridge is there. Coco, stop dying. I'm trying, brother. For some reason, I got to figure it out. You are sick, Dave.
Mash
You
the
and Sep
button.
are always sick. Yeah, it was a joke. Boom, boom. No problem.
Come on, Golden
So,
Star Alex. We live in a post-joke world.
yeah. The jokes are, but yeah, overall, I hope it picks up. I'm just not feeling it right now. It just seems something's a bit off. So hopefully they get it back on track because they're the ones that are like, oh, we're gonna have the greatest women's division. You know, at least it felt that way. They were saying it, and then it's like that's what they delivered, and all that. But maybe it's their coach. Maybe it's they've become soft. At one time, Stardom was the best female wrestling in the world. And right now, they're living off the reputation, just making bad mistake after bad mistake. So I just hope, just like AEW turned it around, I hope Stardom turns it around. Because, man, it's going to be rough watching that pre show match without being a sarcastic asshole. All right, Boom's next match. Oh, before we go next match, I just want to say something. Normally, we don't talk about this.
Mhm.
I think Darby Allin's stock has risen beyond belief. You know whose stock has dropped? Joey Janela. He's backstage. He gets fucking hit in the balls. And
Yeah, yeah. What was he talking about? During when this show was going on, I was actually fixing dinner, so I was up and down a lot here. All I know is he was talking with somebody, and all of a sudden he just makes a funny face, and then the camera pans down to find out that Penelope Ford had low blowed him, and then she'd left out with super bad Kip Sabian.
yeah, he said nothing. He was about to do an interview. She get low blow. First off, Joey Janela's stock has completely dropped. And AEW, you have to fix this. Who's the masked fucking dude? I can't believe that I'm fucking forgetting his
Oh,
name.
that's Evil Uno.
No. The masked guy in commentary.
Oh, Excalibur.
Excalibur. You can't just fucking say someone's name and say nothing. You know, and here's the thing. I don't want Jim Ross and Taz to be in the booth, but you really have to step up your game. If he was hosting a podcast, A, he wouldn't be dying like me, but B, he'd be like, boom, 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 boom. It's like, the fuck are you doing, bro? I thought like the butcher and the hen and the baker was bad, but I thought he would have like learned his lesson. Like it seemed like everyone learned their lesson except fucking Mask Guy. He says their name, pauses for 5 fucking seconds, and says their name again. Is that his commentary style? Because if it is, it's god awful. He says, I love Janela to death, but he deserves better. So, there you go. But yeah, overall, his stock has completely dropped. I mean, all right, Booms, let's head to the next match.
Yeah, well, actually, I mentioned it earlier. Evil Uno, they were doing a video package for Join the Dark Order. They are going to be, quote, telling the Exalted One that the Elite has fallen. Soon we will see the true reach of the Dark Order. So I like how they're gonna, they've kind of hit like the reset on the Dark Order, gonna try to tell us what they're all about. So they're just another little mini chapter in the story. So do want to touch on that. But yeah, let's go ahead and go to the next. Excuse me, not. I guess
Now
I
you're
caught whatever you
dying,
got now.
Boom Boom. It's
Yeah,
contagious.
I'm dying a little side. I'm dying inside a little bit every day.
Let's go to the next match, shall we?
Next, we have Trent from the Best Friends taking on John Moxley. This was a much better match than what I thought. I thought this was going to be a squash because that's how what Moxley's been doing as of late. This actually turned into a pretty decent wrestling match. There was a funny part when Orange Cassidy came in the ring to distract John Moxley. So he put his hands in his pockets, and then Moxley put his hands in his pockets. That allowed Trent to hit a knee strike and a stuff pile driver. Moxley managed to get out of that. He wound up eating a paradigm shift on the ramp. He took him back in the ring, hit it again one more time, got the win. I will say this, Trent, for a guy who's been primarily been doing tag stuff, he's been holding his own. I can't for I forgot who it was, but he wrestled somebody a few weeks ago and had a great match. So um, I wouldn't be surprised if in the future they start trying to push the former Trent Beretta as a single star. He actually did a really good job. It was a very entertaining match. I don't know if it was just because it was a good match or I wasn't expecting much, going into it, but it really impressed me. And I think these two got the most out of each other. Trent looks good as a single star. He held his own against John Moxley. Moxley picks up a win, and now he's got to get on a plane and fly out to Japan to do a couple of shows at Wrestle Kingdom. But wow, overall good match.
Yeah, and I enjoyed this match a lot. The hands in the pocket was amazing. A shout out to RevTech for hosting us on Twitch. Much love. The pockets, the hands in his pocket spot was amazing. Um, I really enjoyed this match a lot, and I thought Trent was always great. So I'm glad he's getting to be able to shine. But we'll just skip ahead. The post match thing I thought was
Yeah,
awesome. And can I just say something that's not, has nothing to do with the match, but with the athletes?
yeah.
Jericho gets to pre-record something and head to Japan early, and he's on the fourth. Moxley, no, he's on the fifth. Jericho gets to pre-record something, head over to Japan. He wrestles on the fifth. Moxley has to be there live, and he wrestles on the fourth. Damn, Moxley, you got screwed, brother.
Mm,
But overall, I enjoyed it a lot. I like now. Can I just put on my booking cap?
mhm.
How cool would it be? And I know it's not going to happen, but
Mhm.
out of originality and catching people off guard, next week he accepts Jericho's offer. For those that don't know, Jericho offered him a deal to be in an inner circle, gives him a car, 49%. By the way, no matter what Jericho says is ridiculous, but you love it. Um, and he's like, "Oh, I really respect Jericho. I'll give you my decision next week." Now, of course, he's going to say no, but how amazing would it be if he just accepted? Like no
I
one would
mean, it
see it
would make.
coming.
I mean, yeah, it would make sense. I mean, he's offering him. God, that car was fucking sweet. I just want to say that, just for the record, that car was fucking sweet looking. It's like he offers it. He's offering him now. It's just not like, well, you can't just be a part of the inner circle. You're going to co-lead the inner circle with me. You'll have 49% control. We're going to give you this car. It's worth millions of dollars. We got you a vanity plate on it. We can take control. We can just we can just run AEW. I mean, obviously, he's kind of a loner, and but it would actually just be kind of it would be actually kind of interesting, maybe, or maybe a fake out. It's like, okay, maybe I'll do this inner circle thing. Does it for a week, and goes, no, no, I don't like it, and turns on him. But
I
I
say he
mean, it
just
would be
goes heel. Just let
goes,
him
yeah, goes
join.
just goes full blown heel up
Um,
there. But yeah, and by the way, can I just say, Sammy Guevara doing a great job. Guevara, he has got just a punchable fucking face. He's a fucking douchebag, and I love every fucking second of it.
two things. One, LK and other wrestlers, you're a fucking dumb motherfucker if you think social media isn't your friends. I love the fact that this guy just dominated social media, and he's there. It just makes me so proud. If you were an indie promoter or didn't promote this kid, you're an idiot. You're a fucking moron. The kid is a genius. Second off, when they went to commercial and he had the cards, fucking genius. Because everyone was complaining, like, we can't hear what you're saying when you go to commercial. And he had the cards, and I didn't know whose sister it was, but he's like, hit me on Instagram. I
Yeah, I
just
have
thought
no
it was
idea who Victoria
amazing.
Justice is. I don't know if that's an inside joke or something. If somebody gets
I
that
hope it's
joke,
just a
please
random
explain that to me.
person. I hope it's a random person because that'd be even better. But I just thought that was such a genius idea. It was like, man, I hope he does that more often because he has the card. You know what I mean? It was just he was like recapping the segment, asking someone out, plugging his Instagram. So yeah, to me, his stocks are through the roof. Absolutely love the kid. All right, let's go to some live comments real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, go real quick while you're looking up comments. I just want to comment about the match because immediately following afterwards, Guevara and Dustin Rhodes went at it. Rhodes came in from behind, attacked Guevara. This is like revenge for the inner circle breaking his arm. I mean, he really took control. And by the way, if you only watch this show for one thing, watch it because Dustin Rhodes hit Sammy Guevara with a Canadian Destroyer on the ring apron.
Yeah, it was, and I'm surprised no one made a gif of that. I was trying to find it. That was amazing. And by the way, two former ACW talents.
Internet infantry, make that happen.
Yeah. Damn it, Dave, stop trying to kill Boom Boom. I think Boom Boom's just coughing because he hears me dying. Maybe I'm dying. Like I'm getting close to staying at home working all the time, and Terry Funk is looking down from the heavens, going, "That's not gonna happen, kid." RevTech hosted us. Everyone, thanks RevTech for setting up the channel and everything. We're planning on doing a pro rest podcast together in the future and work together. But yeah, Orange Cassidy is the coolest guy in most rooms. Yeah, I think he's hit or miss with me, but tonight was a home run. Would you take that car, Boom Boom? Boom Boom. Would you take that
Goddamn,
car?
better believe it.
RevTech Waves, Inner Circle Jerk LLC. Just ask a random woman in the crowd for her name and use it on a promo later. Oh, that would be amazing. 2ACW. Who is the second? What's his name? Both the guys in the match.
Yeah, Guevara.
Sammy
Yeah,
and
Sammy Guevara and Dustin
Dustin.
Rhodes. Yeah, both ACW guys.
Yep. And
Anyway,
ACW. You good?
yeah, Jack Hager comes out. He distracts. I did love the spot where Dustin put Sammy in the. He was going to do Shattered Dreams, and Guevara just got like a fucking wedgie. It was almost like he was wearing a fucking thong. It made me actually laugh because I just thought it was fucking ridiculous because it's live TV. It's a wardrobe malfunction. What can you do? So he gets stopped by the referee. Anyway, this allows Hager to low blow Dustin. That allows Sammy Guevara to roll up Dustin and get the win. So, and I think that was the right move because one of the complaints was that Sammy Guevara was just eating a lot of pins, just eating tons of pins, and it was like we can't really take him seriously. Why is he still in the inner circle? Why they keep him in there if he just keeps losing all the time? He needed a win to get back on track, and so I think this was a good call.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah. And then people are asking why Larry's singing. He's in the other room with Bear Friend, and dude, he never fucking sings or makes him sound. He's like the most well-behaved bird. And as soon as and the thing is, I'll be on phone calls and he'll be quiet. He literally knows when the podcast and the video and the stream start. He's just like, "What? That's not a phone call. That's a stream." And then he'll start singing. But yeah, he's in the other room. He's just jamming away with Bear Friends. So we got call. You know what? We will not be the best podcast, but we have the most coughs and bird chirps. You know what I mean? You got it. You got to go with your strengths. Pound. We lead the podcast league in coughs and bird chirps. It's a proud moment. Proud moment. Yeah, Sammy worked for ACW, but it was after I ran it. But still. So there you go. All right. So you want to start with the MJF, sir?
Yeah, MJF and Wardlow, they arrive. They were doing a commercial break, and the whole time he was just working the entire crowd, throwing out insults. They couldn't talk. They couldn't count. And then he talked about okay, he will face a but he has like three stipulations. One, the match has to take place at Revolution. Two, Cody cannot touch him before Revolution, or otherwise there won't be a match at Revolution or a match with him ever. And and he put him in a match before Revolution against Wardlow in a steel cage, and then finally, you know, on TNT, Cody will have to get whipped. I don't know if that means like if he wins, he gets to whip Cody 10 times, or he's got place. Either way around, it's fucking amazing. You know, it kind of reminds me of the old the Singapore caning match between Tommy Dreamer and the
Yes.
Sandman. You know, Tommy Dreamer lost the match and he get caned 10 times, and he wanted up making him a bigger star. You know, because all the shit he had to go through. But this one here, it's like he's gonna hit Cody 10 times with his leather belt, you know, and try to leave him scarred. So I think that's. I didn't make it clear if that was just going to happen, period, or if that was only going to happen if he won.
I just know that Cody has to lose
Mm-hmm.
because anyone that's lived in the ECW area with Tom or Dreamer, that's what the fuck we want. By
Mm-hmm.
the way, he's doing such a great job at promos. MGF is at a whole nother level. But yeah, when I heard the stipulation he's going to get whipped, I'm like, he has to lose. You know, for those that don't have not seen ECW, Golden Star in the chat has definitely seen it. It was just Tommy Dreamer keeps getting hit with a kendo stick, and this was before kendo sticks were overused. Nowadays if you get hit with a kendo stick, it's like, all right, let's go to the next spot. That really sold it was kind of an original idea.
That was a very innovative thing at the time. Like it was called the Singapore cane. This was referenced. You know what? I don't even want to go in the history lesson. I know what it is, but the whole thing was it made Tommy Dreamer a star because woman was taunting Tommy Dreamer. That was Sandman's manager at the time. Was telling him, "Come on, man, we can make it stop anytime. Just give up. Just get." And just kept saying, "No, thank you, sir. May I have another?" And he said like the crowd started cheering for the violence. Then they started telling him they told him no, just stay down. Then they started crying, and then finally he got through all 10 and he stood up. It's like, I took your best shot. I'm still here, and just everybody just fucking ate it up.
Yeah, it was such a great environment, and it was just amazing. A storytelling at its best, and that's what Paul Heyman did back in the day. If they can recreate that, I think it would be amazing. So, yeah, I'm rooting for MJF on that one just for the storyline. All right, Booms. I'll go to live
Next,
comments. Oh, God.
real quick, yeah, there was a backstage incident. Riho was with Michael Nakazawa, and by the way, can I mention that we never found out what Pac did with Nakazawa last 2 weeks ago? I'm kind of glad, but they were going to ask, that you were supposed to face Chris Statlander, but you know, you know, but you had to defend now. Now you got to face her, and then Britt Baker came in, and now I'm thinking maybe it is a heel turn, but she actually brought up something. This was a critique here, and I love the fact that this got addressed, and it really made Britt Baker, she had a good point. It's like, you know what, yeah, Statlander wasn't here this week. Oh, you weren't here 2 weeks ago. I've been here every week. You get to come in and out. I show up here every week, but you only come in and out. Trying to steal. Get all the fame, get all the glory, and I can't remember exactly what all she said, but I think she had a great point, and then Riho said something, and then Nakazawa translated it, I mean, really quickly, but I really wish I could go back and just read a transcript of what Baker said, but she had some great points. I think it was stuff that critics had addressed that, Riho, she was inconsistent. She wasn't on the show all that, she was inconsistently on the show because, she's got dual commitments, with AEW and Stardom, and that's where she was like a couple of weeks ago, or 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 when she's out, that's what she's doing. And she's trying to and Britt Baker's making the point, I'm here every week. This is my job. This is what I love doing. And the fact that you just kind of go back and forth, I find that to be disrespectful. I love that. I think it was great.
See, I thought it was not bad, but I didn't love it as much. I'm not even playing devil's advocate. I just saw the same scene a different way. You're a fucking dentist. She's a world champion fucking wrestler traveling the world. Oh, Ric Flair isn't fucking in Manahawkin, New Jersey every fucking day. He's too busy defending the NWA title around the world. It just sounded fucking ridiculous.
Okay.
I just thought it was ridiculous. And you know what it is?
That could have been, that should have been, Coco, now that you said that, I think that should have been her retort, being like, look, I'm a world heavyweight champion. I'm a world-class athlete. People want my services. I'm going around and I'm defending this championship, and I'm, competing, representing AEW around the world. What are you doing? Oh, yeah, you're working in a dentist office 4 days out of the week. No, I'd be like, who the hell are you to call me this? You're a dentist that wrestles a couple of days out of the week. This is what I am. I am a professional wrestler. And you know what? Yeah, I was in Japan defending that there's some exaggerations. Yeah, defending this AEW World Women's Championship, representing All Elite Wrestling around the world. What were you doing? Oh, yeah, cleaning people's teeth.
Yeah, exactly. And none of that, but that's why I think you need more male managers. I just thought, and not only that, but I think the fact that she threw the dentist thing in was fucking ridiculous. Like, oh, you were traveling the world being a fucking professional wrestler, and I was fucking scratching my ass in my fucking living room. It's like, all right, well, yeah, you can make it. You have no other obligations. Oh,
Good
the
catch,
dedication.
Coco. Good catch.
Yeah.
I did like Britt's promo. I don't know if I would call it a full-on heel turn, but I think that was some criticism that was brought up that was addressed, and that's why I liked it.
Yeah. All right. How would you book? I'm ready to go into the chat, Booms. How would you book Sammy if you were still running ACW? It depends on the time. If it's now, I would book him the way AEW is booking him. Who'd be a main eventer because, ACW is at a lower level than AEW. But if it was during when I was running it, I would have pushed him to the fucking moon. And then when everyone's like, why are you pushing him to the moon? Sammy, what's your YouTube channel? Cool. What's your YouTube channel, random indie guy? Yeah. I wonder why I'm pushing him. Sammy, how many Twitter followers do you have? Cool. Random indie guy. How many Twitter followers oh, you don't have a Twitter. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? I would just put, anyone that didn't book that kid was a fucking dumbass. Period. If I was still running because I ran ACW before he came on the scene, I would have pushed him to the fucking moon. He would have been the ACW champ. God forbid. It's kayfabe. And here the thing is, nowadays, it seems more and more people do it, but still, no one's hustling like he's hustling. So, I have nothing respect for the kid, and I would either push him the same way, make him a heel champion now. If not, back in the day, I would have made him fucking my Hulk Hogan. I'd have fucking pushed that kid to the fucking moon. Be like, why? You don't even fucking hand out flyers. What the fuck is wrong with you indie people? After the first whip, I want Cody to say, thank you, sir. Can I have another? I would. Peggy says, why do I come back to people getting whipped? I don't know, Pancake.
Well, that's why you should stay with the show so you can get the context.
Golden Star, if MJF beats Cody, which he should, he'll be the top heel in AEW by default. He better be AEW champ one day down the road. Definitely. Dave's only mad at Britt Baker because he hates his own dentist. I love my dentist. I got some fucked up teeth. You've seen me on camera before. You guys know. And I'm getting them fixed. Yeah, he's doing a great job. But the thing is, he's doing it the right way. I rolled in and I was like, dude, pull out all my teeth and give me fake teeth. And the dentist is like, that's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. He's like, I can fix it without, you damaging your body. I was like, all right, fine, jerk. We'll do it your way. Did I hear flyers? Yes, the papers that you hand out. Yeah, also known as the Philadelphia hockey team. All right, Booms. Let's keep rocking and rolling.
Yep. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention early on, there was a little backstage or I guess video package where somebody was interviewing Private Party, but Adam Page slides up behind their bar, pulls out a glass, starts pulling a bottle of whiskey, and they're like, "Oh no, no, wait a minute, that's ours. You can't do that." And there's a little tiff back and forth.
I love the fact that he said the
So
price of the drink. I don't know. I
yeah, it's
just
like,
fucking
yeah,
cracked me
yeah,
up.
you have to pay us. Yeah, he owes us $12. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, that was funny. But anyway, catching up now. Actually, Adam Page was on commentary for this match here, so good lead in here. The Elite versus the Lucha Brothers and Pac. Uh, what can I say? Just go watch this match. This was
This is what AEW is and should be at all times.
much of all in or double or nothing. This was an amazing match.
Yeah. I think it's one of the must-watch matches. It's the match of the night, maybe match of the week. Well, Wrestle Kingdom's coming up, but this is it. And I love the fact that Kenny Omega got the fucking pin. And I know I'm very high on Kenny Omega. There's no way he should have lost a match by now, and I hope he goes undefeated in 2020. I enjoy it, and I love the fact, and I'm piggybacking off Wrestling Ranton's tweets here. Please check out Wrestling Ranton. He's a fucking great guy. It's a slow burn. They're telling a story slowly. He's like, oh, fucking, he's not gonna be friend. You know what I mean? They're hinting that he's leaving, but it's not. It's they're actually telling a story. So I enjoy that. And then Cody Rhodes got in there, and I kind of think I saw some people on Twitter mad about Cody Rhodes. I think Cody Rhodes and all the Elite standing on the corners was kind of like a wink and a nod to the audience, being like, "This is a reset button." Didn't it feel that way? With Cody
Yeah, it did
jumping
feel
down
like
the ring.
yeah, you feel like yeah, it did feel like a reset for the Elite, which is what they needed.
Yeah. So there you go. Overall, I give it a win. Booms, is there anything you want to say before I go to live comments? And I want to apologize to Boom Boom and the audience for coughing. It's just I'm really gonna have to go to the doctor because man, my lungs have been just shot. So
I'll stop smoking.
I don't smoke. That's the worst part. Dude, I've never smoked cigarettes, outside of like one or two puffs to pick up a woman in my teens. You know, if I have cancer, I'm gonna be so pissed and start smoking. I'll be like, that's it. Give me a cigarette. It's gone. But no, something's wrong with my lungs. I don't know, because I don't have a cold. I'm just always coughing and out of breath. So I have to go see a doctor soon. Right on cue. All right, Booms. Just want to do that. Is there anything else you want to do, or you want me to just start reading some live comments, brother?
I just think overall it was a great show. It was a great reboot. I think it's something they really needed. They addressed some issues. I mean, they still got stuff to go. I mean, they're teasing, next week with they're doing a Memphis Legend tribute. They're gonna have Riho versus Chris Statlander, the Rhodes Brothers versus the Lucha Brothers, Sammy Guevara versus Christopher Daniels of SCU, Private Party versus Kenny Omega and Adam Page, and Moxley's gonna answer Chris Jericho. So I think we've got a pretty good card already stacked up. This was a great way to kick off 2020. Remember 2 weeks ago? I mean, last time we were talking about this, we were going, "Oh God, do they blow their chance? Are they gonna, is this whole promotion gonna go down the crapper before it even really starts?" There's all these issues, and then lo and behold, it's like okay, well, here's a reset. Let's just take it one week at a time.
Yeah, and just one thing. It has to do with AEW, but I love the fact that they resetted the records. And the thing is, I hope in the future they show like yearly stats like they do in real sports. I love that. Some
Oh
people
yeah,
are
that's
against
another.
that.
That was a stupid criticism. Like, well, they don't do that in MMA, but I'm like, yeah, but they also do that in the NFL. They do that in the NBA. They do it in Major League Baseball. They do it in every college sport, high school sport. Yeah, every season the records, go back to zero, and then you've got to, and as you go, it goes, the wins and losses rack up.
I'm a big fan of that, to be honest. Golden Stars, I got all my teeth replaced and fake teeth put in. No, seriously, I did. That's awesome. That's what I wanted, but my dentist said,
No, don't. No, Coco, you're not a 70-year-old man.
I feel like I'm 70-year-old as long as it's not
No, you
working.
bitch like a 70-year-old man.
I definitely bitch like a 70-year-old man. Uh, Boom Boom, have you tried a little bit of the bubbly? Boom Boom, the chat wants to know because we can't buy it in Japan, and Bearfriend totally
Not
wants to.
yet. It's like $23 a bottle. You have to buy it in packs of two. Um, somebody did like a review of it. And it's actually for what you pay for. I actually heard it's really not that bad. It's actually pretty good wine, and for the price point, it's like you know what? This is one of those you get your money's worth.
Lance Archer just put out a really good promo on Moxley. I think he should be the U.S. champ over Juice. I don't know. I love them both. Juice is so over. Moxley, I mean not Moxley. I'm sorry, Archer. I really love them both. And fun fact, Archer used to be a regular thing when we were on the radio show with Boom Boom. So Archer used to be a regular guest on our show back in the day. I don't know. I love both of them. I just don't think Moxley should have it anymore. Golden Star Alex looks like it's going to be Hangman versus Omega at Revolution. Possibility. Just as long as Omega wins. Am I too much on the Omega bandwagon? I just don't think he should lose. I mean, I honestly think they would have, and this is just me, and it's a what if machine, but if Omega was undefeated, not champ, but undefeated, they would still be beating NXT in the ratings.
Oh,
easily.
by the way, I want to thank the Internet Infantry. Somebody just sent me a message. Next week, Cody has to defeat Wardlow. He's got to take on Wardlow in a steel cage match, and then Cody has got to let MJF hit him 10 times on Dynamite.
Nice.
So that's not like he loses, he gets hit. No, it's he gets hit before we even get to the pay-per-view.
Really? I didn't even know that. That's amazing. Thank you for the correction. Dave needs Darth Vader's breathing thing. It seems like it, man. Because the thing is, it just comes and goes. Like, sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'm completely fine. And then sometimes my lungs are like, no, I'm just not going to work. Stupid lungs taking half the day off. Boom, boom, take the mic out of your mouth. Yeah, Golden Star says you're too close.
Coco, you don't have to read every goddamn comment.
I just go. I don't like to miss one.
Nothing.
Mr. Lance Archer, squared circle, your thoughts. Exactly. All right, I think that's it, Booms. Do you want to promote anything before we head out?
I don't have anything to plug, but I think you do.
I'm going to be playing hockey. It's playoff month here on the Koco Sports Twitch channel. So it'll be round 1, game 3 in a little bit. And I wrote a book, Operation Freak Show, and a bunch of nerdy stuff is coming. I did an apology video for Ride to Pork Chop, and me and Boom Booms, we did a New Japan show that wasn't on Twitch, YouTube exclusive. So check it out on the YouTubes. Check out Wrestling Rantin'. He's always showing some love for us, so much love. And it says, Boom Boom, Coco must read every comment. It's in my contract, Boom Boom. It's in my contract.
For contracts?
No, there's no contracts. We're just pretending. It's kayfabe.
Oh.
So, but I think that's it. So yeah, overall, Booms, thanks for being here. Please follow us on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere we are, Instagram. And I am headed to Wrestle Kingdom this week, and I'm hoping to make more and more content for Koco Sports, the streams, and books this year. And Boom Boom, do you have a New Year's resolution? Mine is to read and write more. I barely read this year, and I got to get back to it. So reading and writing is a thing, and creating content. That's what my New Year's resolution is. What's yours, sir?
To get up an hour earlier so I can hate you just a little bit longer.
Nice. Give yourself some Barry Horowitz, sir. All right. On YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. On Twitch, give us 8 trillion zillion bits and follow us. With that, I am over. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Hey.